Time to go.
Traveler? Paimon?
Kanichi! Fancy meeting you here. We've actually been looking.
I'll get straight to the point. I hear you accepted a proposal from Elder Trinidad.
Oh, the, Turnfire Knight, you mean?
Chill, it's cool. I only mention it because there's something you should know. And I suspect Elder Trinidad hasn't been completely forthcoming with you.
Once and for all? You mean...
That's right. He wants to use you to send the Mountain King to the Night Kingdom.
to the Night Kingdom?
To his death.
Whoa, are you serious right now?
Too blunt? Okay. There is potentially a possibility that Elder Trinidad may be hoping that during the course of the ceremony, you kill the Mountain King dead.
But that's ridiculous! He told us—
And that glory comes at a price.
Oh, that's right. The Mountain King is a living yes, and Nana wasn't the first.
She likely won't be the last to lose her life either.
Still, is killing the Mountain King really the only way?
The Mountain King is a unique case when it comes to abyssal contamination. It's eaten away at him for so that evil power has both driven him insane and kept him alive over the centuries. In past ceremonies, we've only purged around half of the abyssal power. This was to strike a balance. To keep...
Trinidad didn't say anything about how much power he wanted us—
Then it sounds like you'll know for sure.
If he really asks us to kill the Mountain King, what should we do?
I know this must come as quite a shock, so I suggest you act like you didn't hear anything for now. But would you have time to visit the chief after your meeting with Elder Trinidad? I'd like to make a deal with you.
What kind of deal?
One that comes at a very reasonable price. I'm sure you have plenty good.
Time to go.
My next target. Ah, mighty Outlanders, you have returned.
It was—
Glad to hear it. Things are progressing very smoothly on my end. There are still those who insist that the ceremony should be performed by the bearer of the Malipo name. But they're just stuck in the past. We need to move with the times.
Plus, Kanichi doesn't want to do it anyway.
Exactly. So, now, it's time for us to discuss the finer details of the ceremony. We covered the fire lighting part of the proceedings yesterday. It's quite simple. You just need to use the sacred flame. We've done it plenty. One point I'd like to stress, though, is that you need to burn away as much of the abyssal—
Asleep, huh?
Precisely. In previous years, the flame bearer has often been unable to dispel a sufficient amount of abyssal energy. That's the only reason why But I understand that you have a lot of experience fighting against— With your help, I'm optimistic this time.
Traveler?
So this doesn't faze you at all, huh? That's all you really need to know? The ceremony's in the meantime, feel free to take a look around. And if you wouldn't mind helping them out with a few—
So now we have extra errands to run?
Just a humble suggestion, that's all. It will help you gain the respect of our— I'll be sticking around for the next few days, so—
Seems like Kanichi was right. We should go meet up with him right away.
Huh, you're here.
Kinich! Elder Trinidad said that...
I can tell. It's written on your faces.
Is that the Traveler and Paimon? Forgive me for not being there to welcome you on your arrival. That should have been my duty as chief.
Hello, Chief Wyna.
I only heard the news from Trinidad yesterday, so I asked Kinich to invite you over for a quick chat. I believe Kinich has already filled you in, so I'll get straight to the point. Firstly, I fully endorse your appointment as flame bearers for the upcoming Turnfire Night. However, I would like to request that you take steps to ensure the Mountain King's safety. Every child of our tribe grows up hearing the tales of our heroes. From Yupanqui the Firebringer, to Burkina and the Mountain King who fought. This is our history, and to kill the Mountain King would be to destroy our spirit. Nana's death was a great tragedy, and I do not blame Trinidad for the actions he has taken. My honored guests, please... Perhaps there is, but despite all our attempts to contain the situation over the years, we've not found it. Right now, I should like to hear where...
Running away won't solve anything. You just need some time to think this through, that's all.
Thank you both. There are still 3 days left before the ceremony. I hope they will bring you clarity.
So, Kinich, earlier you were saying that...
Let's walk and talk. I'll show you around the tribe.
That works too. Paimon needs to get some air after this.
Time to go.
Kinich, Paimon finally understands why you turned Trinidad down. You knew what he was planning, didn't you? That's why you didn't want to be...
Double-edged sword is right. But my response wasn't merely an excuse. I'm working on it.
Really? Well, come...
In a moment. Didn't you have a question?
Oh, yeah. What was it again? Oh, right. We need to...
I agree that he has a problem. He needs to...
You got him a teacher? Oh, Paimon. Anyway, moving on. When we ran into a house, he said you two were investigating some...
Yes, that's the angle. I'm a Saurian hunter, but I occasionally hunt the Abyss, too. One time I was pursuing some purple... I did some research after the fact. Apparently they're known as beastly rifts. So, if we can locate one of these beastly rifts, clear the monsters out, and move the Mountain King inside...
Whoa. That sounds kinda crazy.
It's not without its risks, of course. There's a lot of unknowns in the equation. Still, we desperately need something like this, even just as a temporary measure. The chief is adamant about keeping the Mountain King.
Paimon can understand. It's less about the Mountain King and...
Yes, but on the flip side, you've got people, and he has every right to take that view. It's... No one can seriously tell them that's a fair trade.
You're right. There's no easy answers here. Let's leave that to one side for a moment and assume we go with your plan. How do you actually intend to find one of these beastly rifts? Because at least in our experience, the dogs open the rifts when they want to attack us, not the other way around.
I think I know a way. You have any better idea?
Not at the moment, but... It's just, after all, the Abyss is what turned the Mountain King into a...
If it doesn't end well, then that's the price we pay. Everything in the world comes at a price. The Mountain King's erratic outbursts have brought tensions within the tribe to a boiling point. Unless this gets...
All right, so...
All I need you to do is... I'm getting harassed on a daily basis by people trying to convince me to be the flame bearer. If you help me out...
Ooh, what kind...
Something well worth your while, I'd say. Just keep doing what you've been doing. Integrate yourself with the tribespeople, so everyone comes to terms with the fact that that way, I won't have an endless stream of people coming to beg me to join the ceremony, and I can focus on finding a way to summon the beastly rift. Then, when the day of the ceremony comes...
Still sounds pretty crazy. Even if it works, what...
At least the two of them would finally be on the same side of the issue, leaving only me on the opposing side. The tribe needs leaders like them far more than a Saurian hunter for hire like me. Can I take that to mean that we have a deal?
For sure. And who knows, maybe we'll come up with an even better solution to all of this in the next couple of days.
Great. Well, for the next couple of days, please spend some time among the tribe and lend a hand wherever you can. I'm sure everyone will be swept off their feet when they meet our new flame bearer. Good luck to us both.
Okay, task for the day. Meet the tribespeople and take some heat off of Kenich's back.
Pony.
Because he hurt a lot of people.
But it wasn't on purpose.
That's true. But the fact...
How can you be so harsh to someone who's sick?
Toba, Kuni...
Pony's saying nasty things about the mountain.
Once upon a time, maybe. But... Toba... Fine. As of today, our friendship... Oh, come on, cut it out! The Traveler is gonna be the flame bearer for the next Turnfire night. He's gonna do a beautiful ceremony and cure the...
What? Really?
So that's what my dad wanted it to be fair. From what we saw the other day, you are pretty good at climbing cliffs.
Wait. Speaking of Kenich,
Oh yeah, good. We can get him to come, but if he catches you two fighting again, he won't be happy. He'll be sure to give you...
no, we can't.
I didn't mean to argue with Toba. Yeah. Dad just really misses Nanok.
Huh? Oh. I shouldn't have spoken to you the way I did either.
That's more like it. Now you guess so. Toba, I'd better go bye. See you, Toba. See you, Travel.
Okay. I'll head home as well then. See you next time.
Okay, take care, you two. Even though they said they're sorry, it looks like their friendship isn't as strong as it was before. But come on, let's move. Huh? What's going on over there? Let's take a look. Hey there!
A rehearsal for the Turnfire Night dance.
Ooh, there's a dancing...
You don't know it? Ah, I guess you're not from these parts, huh? It's rare to see a new face around the tribe these days. I thought everyone would be keeping away.
Why do you say that?
Because of the Turnfire Night, of course. The Mountain King could wake up at... This isn't one of those fun and games festivals. For outside...
Well, did you know that the Flame Bearer this time is actually gonna be an outsider?
Oh, I did hear about that. It's a first for sure. I would have loved to meet... What? Oh, it's you? It's funny. I was just thinking that I'll probably miss out on meeting the new Flame Bearer.
You're not taking part in the Turnfire?
Not bad, right? Yeah, I'm considered one of the better-looking guys who dances beneath the pillars.
Oh, very impressive.
Well, I feel like the whole Mountain King situation is getting more... The question is, what are we gonna do about this in the long term? But our leaders don't... The way things are going, it's only a matter of time before it gets violent.
You look a little disappointed.
Disappointed? Nah, it's a great... I managed to get in touch with the Saurian Relics Association. They gave me a...
What's the
You've never heard of it? It's a group of amateur history enthusiasts who do research on the ancient Saurian... Speaking of which, the guy who was Flamebearer before you, I've heard that his Saurian buddy comes from that time.
A how? A how's a relic from an ancient Saurian civilization?
Oh, yeah, him. So you know those two already, huh? Then, do you know how they met? It was deep inside some mysterious ruin, and they signed a contract there. The association folks say that the kind of contract usually comes with a huge hidden cost.
Really?
Who knows? But if it's true, Kenich can probably handle it. He knows what he's doing with weighing up contracts and costs and stuff. I doubt he'd make a contract that doesn't benefit him. Strangely enough, I actually happened upon a strange mural a while back, and it looked...
Oh, does that count as a relic then?
You bet it does. I was all ready to go take a... But after all the Abyssal activity recently, I heard that area's been overrun by Or... You look...
If all you need to get is a picture, that should be...
Wait, you're seriously...
Come on, it's no big deal. Compared to some of the things we've been roped...
Pyro Archon above. You two have hearts of gold, you know that? You're the kind of people who could dive into the Turnfire. Of course it is. All right, come with me. I'll show you... There it is. It's inside these ruins. As you can see, the place is crawling with monsters.
Alrighty then. Stay back and take cover, Tiago.
Great minds think alike.
Time to go.
Stabilize! The wind knows me.
Truth repeats its course. Here goes!
Clouds high. The birds call. One with nature.
Time to go.
That should be the last of them. It's a good... Hey, look! That's gotta be it, right? Definitely looks like a mural. True. Now that you mention it, most ancient murals take up a whole... It does match the story he told us, though. There's a sub... whatever. We're not... That's a wrap! Let's take it back to Tiago.
You've been robbed? Oh, Pon...
I put blood, sweat, and tears into that.
Tiago, is this the picture you were looking for?
Let me take a look. Yep, that's the one. Hey, Ponche, come and say hi to these guys. They're gonna be the new flame bearers.
Wait, are you...
Huh? You already know each other?
I don't think so.
My nephew Toba's been telling everyone about you. He says you're crazy strong.
Oh, so you're Toba's uncle. Great to meet you, sir. Sounds like we managed to make a bit of a name for ourselves.
Toba's not wrong, my friend. These two are honestly some of the nicest, most genuine people I've ever met. Everyone speaks incredibly highly of them.
Really?
Allow me to explain. Ponche is a well-known scholar within our tribe, author of the widely...
I spent years of my life researching that book. On the word Malipo alone, I covered at least 5 different interpretations of the meaning based on accounts from different villages.
It was an unparalleled masterpiece.
And now it's all gone. That little goon ambushed me during my morning walk.
That book was everything to him. It's like they robbed him of his soul when they took it.
Dear honored guests of our clan, I am but a helpless old...
See what I mean, Ponche? Now,
I don't know if he's still there, but... Hey! You thieving rat!
What do you want now, you old bum? God, you're a waste of space. Prepare to get shoved butt first into— Oh, what's this? Eat dirt, suckers!
Hey, he's trying to get away! You good? Let's chase him down!
Where did these Yubkasaurs come?
Oh, the baby saurians are...
Stop, please! By all the warriors here, please! I don't have your stuff anymore.
Oh, yeah? Well, you threw it?
The old bum's bag didn't have a single Mora in it. All that time lying in wait was
Is that...
the same place you found me. Look, I swear on the Pyro Archon, it's the truth. May all my...
Okay, what do we do now? It sounds like he's telling the truth. Right. Let's hope nobody gets...
Although the Turnfire is a heroic symbol in Huitzatlan, this holds true for all bearers of this ancient name. This appears to suggest the existence of some higher power that is always Yupanki's Turnfire. What an incredible work on ancient name Let me see the...
Silence, book muncher.
Do you truly find no joy at all in perusing such rich historical records?
Joy? What joy is there in this pointless drivel?
Well, it makes a pretty shocking prediction. Every bearer of the ancient name Malipo eventually...
What? You're saying Kenichi will die a violent death? When will that glorious day...
Wow, you are just irredeemable, aren't you? An agent of chaos down to the core. You make us abyss...
Silence, maggot! To presume that anyone compares your kind with the great Kahulahau is sheer vanity. And if that...
You don't need to lecture me about Doomsday. Here's what I know, based on countless historical texts. All civilizations will be reduced to rubble by the passage of time. From ancient kingdoms to heavenly thrones to worlds beyond, there are no exceptions. But from the ruins of every civilization, the dust will rise and never settle, thus transcending the confines of time. That dust is what we call a civilization's spirit. And you, great Kahul-Ahau, are one such speck of dust from a bygone age. I've paid dearly for the chance to observe you up close. Now, let me take a good look at you. We'll see whether any memories of that age still remain inside you.
We're so sorry, Mr. Ponche.
Does that mean...
You gotta stay positive, Ponche. You might have lost the book.
The whole reason I worked so hard to get it finished before the Turnfire night... Well, not exactly. But I thought...
Oh, really? So what did you...
I think the key to all of this lies in the power of Malipo.
Ponche, you know as well as anyone that ancient names don't hold any real power.
You're right. But Malipo may be a special case. Given that it first arose in the era of the first Pyro Archon, it might contain remnants of Xbalanque's power.
Yeah, I remember that story. My grandpa told it to me when I was a little kid. Maybe you're the special case. Most kids stop believing in that stuff by your age.
I'm not talking about childhood superstitions here. There is evidence.
Like what?
Like the fact that the Mountain King is still alive. Everyone attributes that to the power of the Abyss. But there's more to it than that. The key factor is that Burkina summoned the power of Malipo at the cost of his own life. If you don't believe me, then answer me this. How many other creatures can you think of who lived longer, not shorter, after being contaminated by the Abyss?
Traveler, different situation but similar idea. Doesn't this remind you of the hilly?
So, I came to the conclusion that Malipo must refer to some mysterious ritual involving a tit-for-tat exchange. It began with the first Pyro Archon, fell with the Grand Alliance, then was buried in the Night Kingdom. And now, it awaits the call of its new bearer.
Hey. Sorry to interrupt, Ponche, but
I'm sorry. I was originally planning on presenting my findings to Kinich. I'd hoped he would be attending the upcoming ceremony.
Sounds to me like you dreamed up one fanciful theory to support another.
Kinich, what are you doing here?
I more or less finished what I was doing, so I came to have a quick...
Kinich! I'm onto something.
So Mr. Ponche here has done a lot of...
I'll be there, Ponche. Let's go.
Time to go.
Here will do. Yeah. I'd like your help giving it a trial run tomorrow. If that works, we have our plan come Turnfire night.
Sounds like you're not considering...
You heard him. He hasn't worked out the details yet. We need a more...
Yet. Are you saying you think he might act...
I think it's possible, based on something I know about the war 500 years ago. Burkina didn't fall to the Abyss. He was killed by the Mountain King in an episode of madness. In his final moments, Burkina made the fateful decision to not fight back, and instead pass his blood and power on to the Mountain King. Maybe he thought the Mountain King was stronger than him, and more valuable to the tribe. Or maybe it was just out of loyalty to his friend. Either way, I can believe the Turnfire was involved. Whether you think his sacrifice triggered it, or his fate was sealed from the moment...
How can you drop these truth bombs with...
This is what I've gleaned from my many interactions with the Mountain King. His mind is so disordered. It took the story Elder Trinidad told you was the more palatable version of events. The truth is even darker. The Mountain King's mind isn't just disordered. He is suffering.
What? Then...
Of course not. We should help him move to a new home. It's the only practical solution. The Mountain King is a hero to my tribe. An object of worship. Still, he's been the cause of multiple disasters.
Ugh. Practical solutions hurt Paimon's brain.
Then let's break for...
There are leaves around, and I know just the two. To accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
You're here. Very punctual.
Oh, so the gruesome twosome come crawling back. Very well. the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula Hao, shall grant you the audience that you seek. Now, pucker up and kiss our feet.
Kanichi, didn't you say you found him a teacher? He's just as out of control as ever!
Hey! No one gets to discipline the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula Hao! No one!
Maybe because I've never had a gentle-natured companion like Paimon to compare against.
Is that a compliment?
Yeah, I see what I'm missing out on now. And it's a lot.
Kanichi! We could drown this measly flying ant in one droplet of spit! How dare you compare her to the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula Hao! Oh, just wait till I possess your dead body! I will commit heinous atrocities! Tear down your legacy! Destroy your reputation! Wreak havoc on your...
Traveler, Paimon, let's get down to business. Once we've opened the beastly rift, you're welcome to toss a Hao in there for a couple of days.
With pleasure. You don't need to ask twice.
I got my hands on this device in a trade. It's meant as bait, but it'll also stabilize the abyssal energy. The rift towns will tear through space to get to this. You'll find out soon enough. They'll tear you to pieces given half the chance, so be careful.
Wind knows me. Fallen leaves, adorn my night into the wind.
I will have order.
I got him cornered.
Crumble!
Uh-oh. Are there even...
You see, Kinich? I'm a man of my word.
I take it this is your true form?
Now that our deal is complete, it's time to start the next phase of our relationship. I made a promise to the great Kahula Hao. Cliché, I know. The hero's trusted partner, so... Huh? Huh? What are you two doing here? Oh, Mr. Kinich, this is not what we agreed on.
Traveler, this is the gift I got you. I know you're... but it looks like you've already met.
Yikes. Frosty reception. Gotta say, I kinda pictured this moment going a little differently. Tears of joy welling up...
Don't be ridiculous. Sounds like you've been reading too many romance novels.
There we have it. Change is inevitable and nothing lasts forever. What a pity. Well then, time for you to meet the new me. This time, please call me Sanka.
Sanka! Aha! So you're Glasses Guy! You tricked Huni and Toba into telling you a bunch of stories!
What does it matter? A name is a superficial label. It's what's deep down inside that counts.
That would explain a lot. Why else would you show up here and start acting like...
I'll pass. I do rather like you, as I've said before. But my one quibble is that you really don't know your own strength.
Wait. Of course! You're the one behind all the recent Abyss activity!
Haven't I told you before? I'm not part of the inner circle who do our Highness's bidding. My interests are... I spend my time digging for truth in ancient doodads.
I investigated him. He's not connected to the recent events, so I struck a deal with him. He helps me summon a rift. I allow him to do some... historical research.
But that's all over. And now Kinich wants to hand me over to you. Well, that would have given me some more time to study the great Kahula Hao. But now I've run into you, which is just my luck. Or maybe I've incited the wrath of the Turnfire, and this is the price I have to pay. But I don't understand. What did... Wait, does that count?
How? You are the worst of the worst! Colluding with the...
There is no betrayal. The almighty Dragon Lord Kahula Hao is a partner to no one.
Don't worry, I told him to act as bait.
Yes, and you should have picked a bigger fish. The Abyss Order? Ha! What a joke. Not even a match for our lowly sir.
It looks like your disciplinary measures have been less than effective, Mr. Enjo.
What did you expect? Behavioral rehab isn't really our thing. Otherwise, we might as well change our name from the Abyss Order to the Abyss Boarding School.
The abysmal disorder would suit you better.
Traveler?
You see, this is why I like you. Still, you shouldn't have... I could never beat you in a straight-up fight. But when it comes to running away, I won't lose to anyone. Do me a favor, and remember how fast I disappear. Maybe then you'll show me a little respect next time.
Darn! He got away again! Couldn't you have stopped him?
It's all right. He's not worth our time and energy. Besides, it seems like he's in debt to a lot of people.
If you say so. Still, Paimon's kinda surprised that you actually struck a deal with someone from the Abyss Order.
To borrow that guy's words, names are superficial labels. Whether you call it the Abyss Order or anything else, it's a broad generalization at best. Think of it like apples that have fallen from a tree. If you tasted each one, you'd find that they're all at different stages. Even the unripe fruit blown off its branch before it's fully grown can still be brewed into a
Huh. Well, in that specific sense, maybe Enjo's not such a bad apple. Not rotten to the core, at least.
Of course! Only the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula
Ugh. So what exactly are you anyway? You're definitely the evilest little thing Paimon's ever met.
Don't worry, he can't hurt a fly. You could say that.
Paimon heard that those kinds of contracts...
Such as a howl watching me like a ravenous vulture.
Vulture? Vulture! Ugh.
Let's pick this up another time. It's getting kinda late. You should go back and get some rest. Big day ahead. Tomorrow's Turnfire night. Time to light the sacred
Oh, yeah. Hearing you lay it out like that is making Paimon a...
And it can't hurt to say this one more time. See you tomorrow.
Ah, at long last, you're back. I hear you've done much for our people these last few days. Everyone has nothing but praise for you. Many young people have heard the rumors too. They're all eager to meet our new flame bearer.
Well, they won't have to wait for long. It's almost time for the ceremony. We really hope we can resolve the Mountain King situation quickly and smoothly. Seems like a lot of people have been worrying about it, huh?
Well,
Off we go!
here we are.
Our honored guests have arrived. I have heard much about your fine work over.
Don't worry about it. Getting this huge venue ready must have...
Oh, if it means getting the Mountain King issue resolved, no cost is too...
A resolution will come in due course. But every great...
No one would disagree with you if that were possible, Chief. But it's been far too long. Look around you. Can't you see how our number...
The ceremony was arranged on short notice.
That may be so.
Good evening, Traveler in Paimon.
Kanichi! Not a moment too soon.
Chief Wayna, Elder Trinidad, could you give us a minute? I'd like to give the Traveler a few pointers as the previous flame bearer.
Very well. But make it quick.
Let's step to the side. Has anyone gone over the key steps of the ceremony?
Yeah, Elder Trinidad did, but,
What a surprise! The flying ant has an ant-sized brain.
If you don't want your tongue to be burned off by the sacred flame tonight, I suggest you stay quiet. See those sacred flame pillars? Once you've lit the fire, go light each one up in turn. Once that's done, head down into the cave where the Mountain King slumbers, like the braziers along the...
that sounds simple enough.
The process isn't complicated, but remember, You mustn't turn back at any point. If you miss a pillar, you can't light the next one, then come. You have to keep moving forward, or it's seen as disrespecting our. I made you a diagram that summarizes the steps. Take a look.
So that's our part.
I'll be with you the whole way. And once you can leave that side of things to me.
Okay. We'll try to remember all that and get it right.
Ready when you are. But I think I saw Huni and the others just now. Just tell the chief when you're ready.
Mr. Traveler,
Although I'd hoped for the Malipo name, I gotta think. Besides, I'll be taking.
good luck, Miss.
You're gonna make sure the Mountain King never threatens us. I believe in you.
How are you doing? I'm counting on you. Bypassed fuel. My brothers and...
Nicely done. Off to a good start. Great stuff. You're over halfway. Keep it up. Impressive. Just one more to go. Come on, one last push. The final sacred flame pillar is up ahead. Great. All the pillars are alight. Next, it's down into the canyon and head for the Mountain King's cave. Almost there. The cave is just up ahead. The Abyss presence is growing strong. We should deal with the contamination first. There's the altar of the sacred flame. Remember, light up the torches around it first.
Woohoo! We've lit a... That's the Mountain King up ahead, right?
That's him. Kangamato, king of the Yumkasaurs from 500 years ago.
Paimon can tell. He is huge.
You've made it at last. You did even better than I expected.
Traveler, now comes the final and most important step of the ceremony.
There's no need this time.
Such strong abyssal power. What is that thing? Kinich! What is the meaning of this?
Is that a beastly...
Chief Waina, Elder Trinidad. This is about
What do you think you're doing?
solving the Mountain King issue.
You mean, by having him torn to pieces?
No, stop! We can...
Foolish Locust! Ugh, can't you see? We're trying to shove...
But
I'm sorry, Chief Waina and Elder Trinidad.
can you promise me that no harm...
I can't guarantee it, but I'm fairly confident.
Traveler, this is not what we agreed on. You must cleanse the Mountain King of every last trace of a... Okay, I see what this is.
Ugh, you imbecile!
Oh no! The divine
You forced my hand. I had...
Elder Trinidad!
No! The Mountain King is waking up!
Everyone, out! Now!
Well, it seems there's only one way to awaken you all from your willful blindness. More sacrifices must be made. Take me, O Mountain King!
Everyone's still outside. We have to keep the Mountain King here. Give me a hand.
The wind knows it.
Solidify!
Watch out for the fruits he's spitting out. You can use those against him.
Gather!
One with nature. As one with wind and cloud.
Years of the storm! Terrific!
The wind knows it.
I will have order. Stabilize.
Right here!
You really are a one-trick pony, you know. Bow before your king! Submit yourself! Have fun with this gift! Sacrifice!
Solidify!
One with nature.
What do we do? We can't open the rift!
past fuel and present flame. Life marches ever on.
Oh, Burkina, I must atone. Patience. We will answer to the fire for all our deeds. Even if one day I fall behind, never look back. Keep moving forward, as we are now.
Live with your guilt and shame. This is the price to pay.
Heir to the Turnfire, please use my ruined vessel to train the heroes of the future. The will of Kangamato will march ever on, till the abyss is stamped out.
Pretty eventful day yesterday.
Traveler, you've come at Trinidad's
Guess that's the best news we could hope for. Paimon has to ask, is everyone in your...
We're simply not afraid to charge ahead into the unknown. He's fine. Don't worry. He's gone. After the incident yesterday, a transparent shell is formed around the Mountain King's body. It is somewhat akin to a scab, in that it stops the abyssal energy within him from bleeding out, while also preventing... We've never seen anything like it. The tribe's most senior elders believe it was caused when he was burned by the sacred flame. I think their theory makes sense. After all, we've never thrown the Mountain King directly into the sacred flame before.
Wow. So it's made of...
It's practically a miracle from what we've seen of it so far. It means that the Mountain King...
Wow. That's amazing!
I know what you're thinking. The young people in the tribe are already speculating that yesterday's ceremony, because you and Kinich, you summoned the very flame that appears in our ancient legends. A great transparent ball of fire, and that fire was what saved the Mountain King.
Whoa! So that was the real Turnfire?
I may be the chief of this tribe, but I've only ever known the Turnfire as a concept in our legends. I cannot answer that question. If anyone can answer it, I suspect it would be the bearer of the Malipo name. He is in the Mountain King's cave.
Ah, so Kinich then. Why don't we go see how he's doing? Hey, Kinich!
Hey yourselves. You two doing okay after yesterday?
We were gonna ask you the same question. You scared Paimon half to death when you rushed into the fire.
Sorry, I couldn't just stand and watch the Mountain King.
So you thought you'd try and extinguish the sacred flame with Dendro? Or is that an attempt to make the almighty Dragon Lord Kahulahau die of laughter?
The sacred flame only possesses a fraction of the Pyro Archon's power. It's not as if I was fighting the Pyro Archon herself.
Kinich, when you went into the...
Intending to sacrifice myself? But now I'm curious.
Well, because everyone's saying the turn and Ponche's theory...
So you've heard. I'm afraid I can't say for sure. What happened yesterday?
Well, even if you don't know, there's probably...
What I would say is, if that really was the power of the Turnfire, I'd sooner believe that the Mountain King summoned it.
The Mountain King? Then...
The core meaning of price is not atonement or compensation. It's easy to die for your sins. Much harder to live with the guilt and keep on going. In the end, the Mountain King chose the latter option. For Burkina and for the tribe.
Alright, so how...
Health-wise, there's nothing to worry about. He'll enter a fighting stance whenever we set foot in his territory. But his attacks are gentler now and not as crazed as before. Like he said yesterday, He just intends to be a sparring partner for people to practice with. Yeah, I tried communicating with him again, but he didn't respond.
We dare say that Locust King has well and truly lost its mind. Its body remains fighting fit thanks to the perverse power of the Abyss, but time has been less kind to its soul.
But we saw him.
That was merely one last burst of brain activity before it croaked. As you humans would say, it went out with a bang.
Oh, come on! Stop being such a doomer. Paimon bets them out. That's why he doesn't have time to chat with us. He's too busy thinking about the future.
Well, at least it means my fellow tribespeople can move forward now, too. Thank you for your help, Traveler.
Yeah, that's right. You caught Enjo for us, remember?
But he ended up being completely useless. It's not a fair trade if you lost.
That's on him. It's not your fault he's useless. Besides, we're friends now. You don't know us anything.
Friends? But your friendship is an even more valuable gift. I can't in good so promise me. If you need anything in the future, you'll come to me. For you, I'll do anything.
So, in the end,
Yeah, everyone's happy except me. First Nana, then my pony.
It'll be
Toba, you're my friend, so I shouldn't say this to your face.
Now hold your horses, kiddo. Okay, before you roll your eyes out of your skull, I promise you can trust me. I almost got my eyebrows burned off by the Turnfire after last time. That's why I came back to... All right, I'll just get to the point. Do you know what Uncle Sanka loves the most about your people?
What?
Your extreme sports.
Huh?
On my first day here, I got hit by someone falling out of the sky. It's a dangerous sport, to be sure, but the courage it took to make the jump impressed the heck out of me. So, I introduced myself to the jumper, we made friends, and I even helped treat her wounds.
Oh, such a nice...
Of course. Anyway, the good times didn't last, because I got captured by a powerful foe, so we had to part ways for a while. In the hands of the enemy, I was scorned, scolded, and nearly given away as a gift. Oh, it was so humiliating. A horrible experience to look back on. Why does Uncle Sanka always have to suffer, I thought. So I feel your pain, Huni. I was in the same position. But in the end, I made it through, and I left all of those painful memories in the past. I even managed to reunite with my friend.
The moral of the story is to look forward in life, right?
Very smart, Huni. What I'm trying to tell you is that after I reunited with my friend, I found her injuries were all healed, but she really missed her family. She's right behind you.
Another trick about not turning back? I'm not... Huh?
Clear weather all around brightens the heart. Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade.
Come on! Show me your courage! Out of the way! Come on! Show me your courage!
Brings a smile to my face.
Time to go.
Leave it to me.
Brings a smile to my face.